Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is my great pleasure to announce that the man, the myth, the legend himself, 𝙀𝙀𝘼𝙋𝙏𝙀𝙀, is finally back from hiatus. We lost him after the 2022 World Cup final. But you guys, I am proud to go and say that he is finally back because yes, prime Mbappe is back. Kylian Mbappe yet again with a goal and an assist. Even though I'm a dog-dread hater, listen, as a Frenchman, voila, I need this Mbappe. This World Cup Mbappe. Mbappe during a World Cup season. He's different. Something locks out. He's different in his brain. But yeah, Real Madrid 2, Real Sociedad 1. And I think there's nowhere else to start off by saying than, guys, let's be honest. That is never, ever a red card. The red card for 𝙀𝙀𝘖𝙞 is not a red card. Listen, I am a certified dog-dread hater. I hate Madrid with every fiber of my being. But guys, voila, looking at it neutrally, objectively, that's not a red card. Yes, he gets a hand to it. Yes, it's a foul, yes, but it's not a red card. It's not a clear goal-scoring opportunity. You have Militao, who is right there, who can continue to make the run. He's not miles ahead of him. For me, it's a yellow card. It is never a red card. And I'm sorry, if you say otherwise, at this point, you're probably... Honestly, I don't know. Listen, I hate Madrid just as much as the next person. However, you gotta be honest here. And you can't go and say all the rest. For this time, Madrid got a red that they shouldn't have gotten, and then they were awarded with they conceded a penalty, which was a penalty. But even despite that, the red card that they should have had, guys, this is gonna be my take. I am sorry to say, listen, I am now watching. Basically, I'm going to try my best to watch all the Real Madrid games, all the Barca games, obviously PSG games as well, and as many Premier League games as I can. Because this season, I want to watch all those three main leagues to really go and see, voila, people keep going, Liga this, Premier League that, to see if these things are, really as hyped as they actually are. And guys, I'm sorry to say, defending in La Liga is worse than defending in Liga. How is it that Real Sociedad, after going a man up in the 32nd minute, so with most of the game still to go, lose to Real Madrid, and not just lose, concede after that? Yes, in the end, they had, the better XG, they had dominated the momentum and everything, but overall, though, you go and you look at it, Madrid was still in there. And this is supposed to be Real Sociedad, it's supposed to be, a pretty, a decent La Liga team. That's why I'm going and saying, I'm sorry, the defending in La Liga is not all that. It's not that crazy. Ligue 1 defending is better. Not defend better than Real Sociedad. Oh my goodness. A proof. Last year was supposedly one of Mbappe's, worst seasons, right? You go and say, right? You start off the year extremely slowly. And despite that, I think he equaled his record for the most goals in a single league campaign with 33. In that very same season, this guy won the European Golden Shoe for a bad Madrid team, got knocked out in the quarters, yet still got, the European Golden Shoe. Well done, Pichichi. He never won the European Golden Shoe in France. Never for PSG. But I thought Ligue 1 was supposed to be this bum league. I am not taking this. Stop this propaganda. Ligue 1 is better defensively than La Liga. Let me not go and get, too preposterous and say miles, but it's better. I've seen it with my own eyes. Now you can't fool me. This is an Mbappe. I've seen him in Ligue 1. I've seen him in La Liga. And maybe this year now coming up to it, but before, last year Mbappe was not the best version of Mbappe. And even the best version of Mbappe, which was in Ligue 1, was not stat padding like he is currently. So it's just the league. The only variable that's really truly changed is the league, and Mbappe stat padding now. But yeah, other than that, onto the game. From Madrid's point of view, they did what they had to do. It wasn't anything spectacular. Then again, they were a man down for most of the game. They did what they needed to do. Mbappe created both goals, got a goal, got an assist. 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏 was extremely good today. If we're going to look at it, Mbappe once again was given the man of the match. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's his third or fourth. I'm not sure if he got it. I know he's got 3 minimum. Was given the player of the month. But I think it's fair to say right now, currently, this half of the season, I think Mbappe's been the best player in the world currently. So, you're talking about a player who right now in La Liga is 5 GA. I think has scored or assisted in every single one of his competitive games thus far. If I'm mistaken, this season at least, if I'm not mistaken. So you're talking about a player who's really in form, is at the peak of his power, looks better, looks more willing to press. He's not a Dembele yet, but he's more willing to press, more willing to make that defensive effort and then sacrifice himself defensively. But he's still snarled there. I think there's still his progress, but it's good. And listen, if I can have this Mbappe for the World Cup, we're good. We'll be fine. But then overall for Real Madrid as a whole, 𝙀𝙀𝘿𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏, once again, another great game. I think he had 100% successful dribble rate. Created 4 chances. Did he get an assist? No, he scored a goal. Mbappe, once again, this is a previous goal and assist. The people that I think, yeah, especially in that first half, Diaz, I don't think he did much. Like in that first half, granted, you go and say like, okay, for the latter parts of it, they were a man down, but even then, like I just didn't see him. And okay, Diaz, you go and see Raheem, like he's not an integral part of Madrid's plan, so on and so forth. But someone who is Vinny. And I'm sorry, like the thing is, Vinny today, he didn't have a bad game per se. It's just that what you've realized now today is that this is very much so Mbappe's team. Vinny has taken a backseat. Right now, if you go and you say you have to sell one of Vinny or Mbappe next season, you sell Vinny every single day, logically. Even though the history, Vinny won you 2 Champions League, this and the other. But right now, football is based on performances. And right now, Mbappe has been performing better than Vinny. Plain and simple. Vinny's playing on his left side. Yes, Mbappe comes to that side too. But Mbappe right now is the striker. Vinny is allowed to operate in his desired side and is not really doing much. I think he had 3 or 4 successful dribbles. Yeah, 3 out of 6. So it's not a bad game by him per se. It's just that Mbappe, in comparison, is just going absolutely balling out. And I think at this point, it's fair to go and say that this current Real Madrid team is Mbappe's team. It's no longer Vinny's team. Mbappe's taking the pens. He's been the number 10. He's their star player. He's been their best player this half of the season. He was their best player towards the latter half of last season. And I think at this point, it's undoubtable that it's no longer Vinny's team. This is clearly Mbappe's team. And listen, as a PSG, I just want to go and say, I try warning people. The dictatorship is there. La dictature est là. But in fairness, it's also earned. I think Mbappe has been good. He's improved significantly from his first half of the season last year, and I think it's deserved. Other than that, I think the team was fine. Again, as I said, I don't think the red card is a red card. Listen, as much as I hate Madrid, listen, I'm not sad it's a red card. And I'm not complaining. But if we're being honest, if this was against my team, I would have been screaming. And for me, that is never, ever a red card. And again, I just think it shows in general that because people are going to go and say, this is Barca. I think just refs in La Liga are poor. Plain and simple. Why? Because I watch Barca. There's errors both for and against Barca. There's errors both for and against Madrid. At some point, I think all it is that the refs in La Liga are bad. And I don't know what they need to do. The Spanish FA, they need to sort this out because it's crazy. It's crazy. I thought, refs in the Premier League, they're not great either. In Liga in comparison, they're angels compared to what I'm seeing week in, week out here in La Liga. Absolutely disgusting. But going on, the midfield, I thought 𝙀𝙀𝘶 again was good today. Didn't necessarily reach the heights of where he was before, but had a good performance today. Ceballos had some really good passes. Madrid scored a disallowed goal, funnily enough. 𝙀𝙀𝘿𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏 did score from a pass from Mbappe, and it was a brilliant ball by Dani Ceballos, but didn't count because of offside. I thought he was fine again today. Like overall, I'd say it's like, if you go and you look at it, Madrid's overall average match rating was a 7.2, which signifies, an average performance. Getting on then to Real Sociedad, though, not gonna lie, I'm kind of disappointed. This is supposed to be Real Sociedad, who 2 years ago was in the round of 16 in the Champions League. He's a pretty decent La Liga team. Oyarzabal have Taki Kubo, have Carlos Soler and whatnot. And I'm sorry, they did create chances and whatnot. You go and you look, especially in the second half, they had the higher XG compared to Madrid. They had more shots on target and everything. But to not really have, overall though, to not have caused Madrid more issues and to not have capitalized more on those chances, I don't know. I think is a bit of a detriment to them, and I was expecting a lot more from them. But that's basically it. I think for Madrid, it's a performance. These are the types of games that you just have to win. You go, you win, and you move on. You can't take too much out of them. And Madrid did what they need to do. Now it's over to Barca. They play against Valencia. They got a 2-point lead, and they can go and sit comfy. And the good thing now, what it does is psychologically, it means Barcelona has to go and catch up to Madrid, rather it being, they're on a level playing field or vice versa. So that's going to be very interesting. So Madrid go off and are ready to, start off their Champions League campaign at home against Marseille on the right foot. It's been a pleasure as always, guys. Thank you guys very much for tuning into this video. I'd be curious to know, if you're a Madrid fan, what did you think of this game? If you're a Barca fan, What do you guys think of the game? Do you guys agree or do you guys disagree with the, the red card, the 𝙀𝙀 red card? Do you think it's a red card? Do you not think? If so, why not? Put them in the comments down below. Do you think that Mbappe currently is the best player in the world? Do you disagree? Do you think it's Yamal? Do you think it's somebody else? I'd be really curious to know on your thoughts in general. And yeah, it's been a pleasure as always. I'll try to do more of these, post-game reactions, not only for PSG, for, Premier games that I watch, but also for La Liga and whatnot, and catch up with these games a lot more often. But anyways, guys, I've yapped a lot and I need to go, and see you guys soon. Thank you guys very much. It's been a pleasure as always. And remember, stay safe, stay kind, and stay blessed. Godspeed.